Hey y'all, so I don't know how long I'm gonna do this live. Just kind of do it for a little while, I guess. Just want to take a look at this. I showed it in one of my last videos when I showed a 1964 81 reprint, and I didn't really show the in-depth of this. I'm sorry, 82. I didn't really show the in-depth of the 71. So this is a 53-year-old Bible. The other Bible I was showing is 52. I think it's 52. And so we're just showing some stuff on that and all, and But anyway, I just want to kind of get a little bit more specific with this one. And I've been watching some rebound videos that was put out by Free Preaching Frost Leathers. He's a Bible book binder. He rebinds things and everything like that. So I got this the other day. Got it off eBay, of course. It's kind of in a rougher shape than the. It's less pristine than the 82 one I got. Both of them are fourth improved editions of 1964, but this was printed earlier, because if you look inside the Bible itself, you'll see it says 52nd printing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to turn it around the other way here in just a second, and we'll go through it. And I'm going to just show a couple things about the condition of it and stuff. Now the other one, the 82, I have a friend, thank you Glenn, I have a friend that, I'm saying thank you to him even though he hasn't showed up on here. He's sent me a Bible, a Thompson chain reference Bible that was printed in 1956. So that thing is like 67, 65, 60, I don't know, 68, I guess. 56 and 68. Does that measure up to 2024? Let's just do some brain adding here, right? 56 and 68. Yeah, that's a 68-year-old Bible from 1956. So that's either from 68 to 69 years old. That's an old Bible, like me. Okay, well, I'm not that old. I'm only 52. So anyway, let's take a look at some of the features of this thing. Of course, I think I showed it on another video before, my second to the last video. These white headbands, and you can see where the leather is breaking apart, crumbling, whatever. This is Morocco, and I just got through, like I said, watching this guy do these things on it, and I'm like, if I ever want to rebind, I don't think I would rebind this one right here. I just let it go as it is, because I mean it's not a big deal for me to. This was somebody else's Bible. It's nothing really special to me, other than it's a King James Version Bible. So I would probably give it to somebody else. And it's got a couple of things, some damage in there. And it doesn't go all the way through to the paper here on the other side. It's just like a facial thing, or a face kind of thing. So anybody can kind of see if they can scrape that off or put the words back where they should be, the letters. And there's this one little thing of highlighting somebody did in there and everything. So the Bible's a couple years older than me, a year older than me, so it's no big deal. But the one that my friend is sending me, my brother in the Lord sending me, is supposed to be here either Thursday or Friday, and that sucker is very nice. It's from 1956, pristine condition. But I was watching the guy from Frost Leathers, which is Keep Preaching, and he was talking about how you could, there's this tab right here, because the leather is kind of overlaps, and then there's a page put on top of that to reinforce it. The leather is put there, and then this page is put on top of that to keep it bound into the book. So if you cut along this little tab here on top of the leather, if you gently score it, and then you pull that away, I think is a leather-bound book, or there's some of them that are paste-bound or something like that. I forgot what he called it. So those are the ones that are just like the cheap imitation kind of leathers, or maybe even the real ones. I don't know. He called it paste-down. But I think what it is, the tab kind of goes on, kind of carries, this is the front of the cover, or rear of the cover. The tab kind of carries on into the cover. So you can score that on top of that, and you peel away that cover if you want to put like a new cover on it or something other. You can peel that cover off. So it's really interesting watching what he had to put in there. And I was like, I was even thinking about getting me one of those book presses and stuff like that, and some glue. I did that several years ago. I got some cheesecloth type of stuff, PVA glue, stuff like that, and I had in my mind that I was going to rebind a Bible that I had, even though it was not the version that I like. But being that it was one of my first Bibles that I kind of used a whole lot, I thought about, just kind of keeping it and just kind of, just for keepsake or whatever, because I had a lot of information in it. I had things that I went through in it in my lifetime. So with my girlfriends plural, three of them. My first two girlfriends and my wife and then my son, I wrote stuff in it about my son. So I'm not going to easily throw it away because it's not the version that I like. So I decided to keep it. So, but anyway, it doesn't have a cover on it. That Bible doesn't. So what I'm thinking about doing is kind of watching enough information, trying to get enough information to kind of get an idea of what I need to do. And then I'm going to try to see if I can do to kind of replicate, or either find a leather cover that's the same size as my NCV, that's what it is, and kind of paste that onto that and, just use it and whatever. Probably put some book ribbons in it or something other, but it's not going to be something that I read, that I intend to read. I don't know. I just might leave it like it is. I don't know. But anyway, let's get back to what I was trying to do on this video, and it's more about this thing than anything. I might do a video about that one. I think I possibly will do a video about my NCV Bible and all the information I had in it. A lot of crossing out stuff I did in it. So let's take a look at this one. I'm going to flip the video around and show you some more stuff about it. Oh, the sun. So anyway, as you can see, it's that grainy Morocco type of leather, and a lot of this, from what I was watching and what I understand, they were using some heat stuff to put some hubs on this. Even back then they did that, and they also did the gold gilding on it and everything, which is pretty neat. And it's pretty cool how they put Bibles together, bind books, just principally how to bind books. And you can see here it says imported Morocco nylon sewed. And so this is what I was talking about here. You can see where the leather overlaps onto this page. It goes, let me see here. Still like this. See how the leather overlaps onto a page, then on top of that. So it kind of, this is what binds the book into the cover. That leather and that leather liner type of page. So when you score the top of that right there and you peel that away on both sides, I think. I don't know if it's both sides or what. I don't know if that's catching or what. It's not catching. Maybe you can do it on the inside. I don't know. But I think if you do it right in here, if you cut like along in there, you can peel that out, and it releases. I think it does at least. Well, this might be a different kind of binding. I don't know. Maybe if you do it on the inside cover, right about here, that's what'll release it from the leather cover, the block itself from the leather cover. So you see there in the tail bands, like I showed earlier, they were kind of, I don't know if they're faded or if that was just the color of them, you know. And you can see in there, let me see if I can put some light in there. You can see the craft, or what do you call that? The craft thing on top of it. It's kind of, was kind of pulling apart. Was no help for me doing that, you know. Kind of dry rotted, and so is the leather. Dry rotted out. It's all folded up. They had it folded, had like an edge fold right there. Whenever they were putting the Bible together, this went all the way around like this right here. So, and it's the same thing with the top. You can see there's some little bit of dry rotting, more so on the bottom. Leather's flaking. So underneath that headband, on the spine of the book block, they had glue, and they glued that ribbon on there, and they put more glue on top of that ribbon, and they glued down the tail band, the headband in this case, and on the craft on top of that, I believe. That's what it looks like. So back off a little bit. That's what it looks like, they did. I don't want to rotate it. You know, honey. Yeah, the craft's on top, that little black cover thing. I don't want to. Yeah, see that right there where my thumb is? That's on top. And it's pretty neat how they tooled this together. They took, they cornered, rounded the edges, and they took the glue and they kind of took a tool and they kind of mashed it down as they went to make it wrap around the edge of the cover. And it's the same thing what they did with this liner, the inside liner of the leather. They took another leather piece and they laid it inside so you wouldn't have to see the raw leather itself, the backing part, like this part right here. So imagine how that would look. So from what I understand, he says if you cut it right in here, take the cover off. But I'm still thinking to myself, well, you also got this part right here that you got to deal with. See, you can see where the glue went. And I think if you detach this part, that's what makes the whole cover come off, and therefore you have the Bible block itself. But it's pretty neat how they put these things together. I'm fascinated by it. Astounded how they do things like that. Astounded. And you see, it's so old, it's breaking apart. The leather is, you know. Doesn't really do any good for me to keep doing that, does it? See, there's no stitching, none of that stuff as you see in some of these modern ones. Not that that's a bad thing, but they just really put more handcrafting in it than they did sewing or whatever. Of course, if you go to the middle of it, the Bible or something like that, you know that it's still like right in there. That's where it's sewn at. And they're not really in the middle, but some of these pages are sewed onto the fly leaf and all that. You see where these bigger stitches are to hold most of the signatures together. And if you don't know what signatures are, they're like groups of pages that are sewn together, closed over. And the tail band really kind of distracts from that. You can see the little divots in there to represent they are signatures. See the little spaces in there? That represent signatures. I'm just learning all this stuff, so, you know. Well, I mean, like I said, I've been learning this for a long time, but I just took a break from it for a while. And I was trying to do some stuff with an old Bible of mine, like I was talking about earlier, that NCV of mine, but I never really got to really doing it. I just kind of let off from it. So you can, again, you can see the signatures that are in there. And it's not like a perfect bound book where all the pages are just knocked on top of one another and then they're glued together. Signatures that come in pages, they're folded together. And the reason why I know that is because I worked at a printing company one time. I didn't stay there very long, but from what I understood and from what I saw, collating stuff and all that and the other, it's pretty neat. See, it's the same thing here. Signatures. Don't want to pull that up too much, but you can tell how they kind of go together, and it's like how they curving up. The spine's been kind of rolled. So I don't know if that's stuck to that or what. Yeah, it's not stuck to it. It's pretty tight though. It's like a silk type of ribbon. I don't know if that's silk or what. Is it? I don't know. But it's really manufactured. You can tell it's put a lot of manufacturing into that. It's sewed on the edges so it won't unravel or whatever. But I don't know. I just think it's fascinating though. I just really get interested in this kind of stuff. And again, you can see how that leather cover folds into the pages, how it's glued onto that. So you got that top page there, and it looks like what they did is they might have gilded it after they put the cover on. I don't know. Maybe they didn't. Maybe the top cover was gilded, and then it was laid on top of that leather one and bound in with the book block or something. And anyway, yeah, it's just basically kind of, it's not detached or anything from the book block, but it's old Bible, and me pulling on it really ain't helping matters, So, but you can see how that leather, there's like a let me see what it is. I'm just curious. It looks like this one. Okay, that's what it is. So this was sewed on, and then it was glued on. I think it was. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. But I know these two were glued together. This one was glued onto here, because this attaches to that leather cover. So when you cut there, the cover will fall off eventually. I don't know. I really don't. It's just all speculation right now. But I enjoyed watching this video. It's called Free Preaching. Free Preaching is the name of the book binding guy, and capital letters FREE Preaching, and it's called Frost Leathers in quotations. So now, unlike my other one, my more pristine one that I bought the other day, last week, on this one, the tabs, the thumb index, indented tabs are staying on there. And you can see somehow or another, it's like some of these pages overlap the thumb index tabs. See, if you just kind of spread the pages out, they kind of come back. But in most cases, they kind of overlap. It's like one down here, Isaiah. Like way down on the bottom. And you maybe think they would put it right there in the middle. Proverbs. Same thing with Ecclesiastes. I think that's Ecclesiastes. See how it's kind of overlapping a bit. So you really don't know what it is. If you have a Bible shut, you kind of not. Okay, well, let me see if I can find Ecclesiastes. Oh, golly, where's that? Like we're right down here where the hills, maybe? Possibly, I don't know. Where's Revelation? Well, we know that's all the way at the bottom. Where's Joshua? Where's Joshua at? Zechariah. Where's that? First Chronicles. So you have to keep doing this a lot. Deuteronomy. When you get to Deuteronomy, then you know. Okay, there's Joshua right there. Deuteronomy means second giving of the law. Then there's Judges, JGS, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, and so forth and so on. But anyway, yeah, so somebody did a little bit of smattering with some kind of stuff over there. It looks like it kind of messed up the text a bit, but anybody can probably figure out know what that means. O King, swear into thine hand, I think it says, assuredly Solomon thy son. Okay. We know what that says. We know what that says. Counsel, save time, save thine own life. Somebody just messed it up pretty bad. I'm sure they didn't mean to. Well, okay then. Well, I hope you got some interest out of that. And what I might do is take and rename some of my other videos. Rename my other videos very similar to this one. I need to shave, man. I look scraggly. Golly, I look like I've been... Wow, I really need to shave. So what I might do is kind of appropriately name some other videos like this one. Now I put a 1982 print instead of it's a 6 and 4. It's a 1964 fourth improved edition. This one is, but it's a 1971 printing. And the other one that I have is a 1982 printing, or whatever you want to call it, from 1964. What I decided to do with that one is to give it to a friend of mine in Australia, and by way of through Crossville here in Tennessee, and their friend to send that to them, and they'll get it there in Australia. So anyway, I kind of want to do it. I was like, oh, but I told her I would, so I'm gonna be a man of my word. And I'm no offense, Gypsy. I was like, ugh, but at the same time, like, ugh. But you know, I don't know. But the other thing that the brother's sending, that would be great. I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to look into it. I can't wait to explore it, especially because it's a brown leather Thompson chain reference Bible. I think it's the third improved edition. It's a 1934, or is it 1934? I could be wrong. Yeah, 1934, 1956 reprint or printing, and so it's the 88th reprint or print. 88th. So we know what 8 means, right? New beginnings. So I can't wait to get that Bible. I can't wait to look at it. I can't wait to explore it. It's going to be great. So anyway, I'm getting my other one ready to ship out to Crossville, and by way of getting it to Gypsy Lane. So and the brother Glenn. So he's sending that one to me. It's on the way to me, so I can't wait to get it, and I can't wait to explore it and stuff like that. I know I keep saying that. I'm sorry. But other than that, I know I look terrible. I know I look ugly. I know like I ain't had a lot of sleep. But guess what? I had some sleep. I sleep. I went to bed a little earlier today. I went to bed around about 8 o'clock instead of 9 o'clock this morning. And I had to let my dog out and stuff. And, you know, can I get about 1 or 2? And so, anyway. And because when he has to pee, he'll sit there. He used to bark. It's like, Dad, I got to go out and pee. But now he just stands there and he shuffles his feet. Like, I got to go pee. He don't say anything. He'll sometimes go, I'm like, bark or something. Get up in my face and bark, you know. But he don't do that no more. He's older. I think whenever we got him, he was like 1.5, 2 years old. So this is 10 years later. And so he's about 12. I don't know how that is in dog years, but he's older. And it's kind of tough for him to get back on the bed, jump on the bed. But anyway, he's got a bad habit of laying next to my shoulder and farting. Oh my gosh, he stinks when he farts. I don't know why. But anyway, I just thought I'd show that. Hope you enjoyed this video on this Bible here. Like I said, I'm going to take a couple of the other videos and rename them make it shorter and everything. So anybody that looks at it, they say, well, Thompson, this 1971 reprint? Oh, wow, cool. Said it in 1964. It seems like all over the internet, wherever you go on the internet nowadays, or sorry, eBay particularly, even Amazon too, if you're not looking for the newer ones. I mean, y'all, can you believe it though? They don't put leather, not putting leather thumb indexed or the old King James or the Kirkbride type out. They're putting leather thumb indexed of the revised and updated comfort print out. So instead of getting rid of all the stock and keeping to the Kirkbride print, no, they're not putting that out no more. But actually, Church Bible Publishers still has that, but it's like $129. Whether you get a mid-size or wide margin, it's $129. Crazy price. But I mean, if you really want a Thompson chain reference Bible that's wide margin or mid-size, whatever, regular, which is a mid-size would probably be a regular size print, or probably a large print. You can go there to Church Bible Publishers. They're crazy and astronomical about the price, but that's where the Thompsons are, other than the Kirkbride printed type, other than the Zondervans, which they still have the Kirkbride printed type because you can find them as a yellow and black box. But if you find a yellow box, look on the front and it says updated and revised. If you see updated and revised, that means that's a comfort print. That means it comes from Sweden or whatever that place is, or Denmark, 2K Denmark. I don't want those. I want the Kirkbride type. That way it shows the pronunciations of words and stuff like that. Words, some of them, I think 2K Denmark still has some of that italicized, but I like the old Kirkbride. I like what's in this one a lot better. I don't know about y'all. But anyway, hey, I'm going to go on off here. I got to go home. And thank y'all for watching. God bless. And whoever you are watching, thank you for watching. I got to go home and shave. Well, I'll probably do that tomorrow. Wow. I am so grizzly.